Hey there, Addicting Gaming fans, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be playing part 4 of my Let's Play walkthrough of Attack on Titan. For those that have been watching my videos 1 to 3, we left off the last gaming session. Eren had just transformed into a Titan for the very first time, saving Mikasa from potentially being killed by some roaming Titans which she encountered. So the game takes from that point onwards, and I guess that we are using Mikasa by her movements. Not sure at this point in time if we do get to play Eren in the Titan body form. Hopefully we will. By this point in time, I'm not too sure exactly what the game has in store for us. Okay, so let's go straight into the mission. There's nothing more to do, and let's see what happens. This was one of the big sort of plot drops of the anime when Eren obviously transformed into Titan. No one expected it to happen. No one knew exactly. I mean, to be honest, even at this point in time in the anime, I still don't know why Eren can transform into a Titan. We've had a couple of little plot drops here and there, some couple of flashbacks. But still I have no clue whatsoever why there's Titans within human population, which makes for the story makes for a very interesting story. Okay, so we're following Eren as the computer is taking control of Eren, and he's just randomly, well, not randomly, but obviously he's attacking Titans and making the surrounding areas safe for Mikasa. I have no gas, I have no blades, and I have no health whatsoever. Okay, so mission. Okay, so so I guess I have to rendezvous to where the red flag is, and we'll see what happens. And Eren is behind me. I'm supposed to be picked by that blue little thing there. I guess he's there. He's approaching the other red points, which are obviously enemy Titans. I'm just gonna go to the red flag and let's see what happens. Okay. Mikasa has joined up with Armin's group. Cool. Okay, so we need to go back to the headquarters. Also, they're gonna split the gas and the cylinders, so it's still at R+2. Okay, so that and I have no health, so I have to be really careful. Okay, so we need to support Eren as he plows through the path to the flag. Okay, so yeah, so let's start subjugating Titans. And Eren obviously is going to help us, vice versa. So smoke signal spotted. Okay, so it's not going to be as simple as just supporting Eren as he plows through the streets, trying to kill as many Titans as we can. There's also side missions. Okay, cool. Makes it a bit more interesting. So we've just arrived at our first side mission, and what I was supposed to do. Target is nearly destroyed. No Titans have appeared, though, as far as I can see. And this guy doesn't give me the option to talk to him. Is it a glitch? I'm not too sure. Nothing has popped up. No. Okay, so yeah, I think it's probably a little glitch because the Titans didn't pop until I went down to the street level. Anyway, don't worry. Let's just kill these two Titans, better said, and we'll go up to the next side mission on the top left of the map before we fail that mission too. So pretty easy, just two small abnormal Titans that didn't pose much difficulty, and cannon ready. Oh, okay, cool. So cover me with the cadets by left back. So I'm going by myself. I have Connie with me, and Ian is going to stay behind that vantage point. I'm guessing shooting his cannon, trying to give me some cover, as well as Aaron. Oh, so another distress signal. Okay, that was lucky. It popped up when we were heading towards the one on the top left. So we can falling back to the top of the wall. I mean, people are dying left, right and center. There's nothing I can do. I mean, is it possible for me to do the side missions as well as try to kill the Titans surrounding the district perimeter? I think it's just part of the game. I think it's reflective of the fact that the Titans do destroy humans, you know, the squad members extremely easy, and it's only the protagonist, you know, which are portrayed as top fighters tend to survive. I mean, every single episode, if not every other episode, if you watch the anime, people are always dying. So I think that's the idea, to give a sense of urgency that as you are trying to reinforce certain points within, you know, the side missions, people are definitely going to be dying. I think that's what the game is trying to portray, because essentially, is it possible for me to save everyone? It's impossible. And in fact, it doesn't even give me, well, I suppose it's telling me that I need to support the squad within the district, and I'm just going to do a side mission. So I think that is the game's way of highlighting the fact that if I don't do that, people are going to die anyway. But also, if I do ignore the side missions, I'm going to fail the side missions. So, okay. So there's another cannon ready. And I guess that the last one will be another cannon. Not too sure. So we've done the 2 side missions, and we've activated 2 cannons, which would hopefully help me and help the civilian citizens within the surrounding area. Okay, and I'm dispatching the Titans with relatively ease so far. Just try to practice this. Try to. Oh. Okay, that was lucky. Remember, I don't have any health. Maybe I should try to get some health. But I'm just gonna replenish my gas quickly now anyway. So I'm not gonna be able to boost. I think it's probably the blades are more of a priority rather than gas, although to be honest, if I don't boost into the hit, the damage I do is pretty weak, so I guess I need to have the 2 of them always in check. Cool. So, efficient application of bronze metal. Okay. So, and what did this guy give me? Some blazing gas there, replenishment. Deeper. So that's handy. Okay, let's just try to kill this guy. This is the guy that helped us at the beginning when the Titan killed Aaron's mum. Armin went to Hans, if that's the way you pronounce his name, and he came back, and he was scared solid. I suppose if he would have been a more competent fighter, he could have dispatched the Titan and saved Aaron's mum, although Aaron's mum was trapped underneath boulders, so even if he would have managed to kill the Titan, which he could have, I mean, if it would have been Mikasa or Aaron after 5 years of training, they probably would have destroyed the Titan. But then again, there were so many Titans, I don't really know if they could have really saved Aaron's mum. But anyway, semantics, she died a horrific death. And that's spurred Aaron on into trying to become the best squad member possible, homing his skills to the point he did. So now we are trying to save Krista. And Krista's another character that obviously when you watch season 2, there's also there's a lot of mystery surrounding Krista and what's her deal is. But you'll see. If you, I mean, I'm assuming most of my people that watch my videos are also gonna be anime fans. So I guess when I make references to the anime or the manga, you peeps know exactly what I'm referring to. Although I as you can see from my 3 videos, and obviously this will be my 4th upload, even though I do make references, I avoid any major spoilers. Just because I don't know who's watching the video, and I don't really want to spoil anyone's fun. This is one of the best features I really enjoy the game, when when you fly over the rooftops and you link one after the other, and it almost feels like you're flying across, or you're obviously flying, but it's a sense of freedom you get by controlling the characters. It's really, really cool. One of the best features of the gameplay. So we're trying to save Ymir. Okay, cool. So we've managed to unlock 2 cannons, 1 replenishment depot, 2 replenishment depots, and this will be the 3rd side mission that we're doing. Yeah, so obviously while we're doing the side missions, you know, it's uncontrollably the district is gonna undergo some damage, as can be seen by the blue bar decreasing. I always tend to just give a lookout every now and again. As long as the red bar is going down quicker than the blue bar, even if it comes to a point where I'm getting really concerned, as long as the red bar is always underneath, I guess I'm doing as well as can be expected. Like I said, people will die in this game and the district is gonna, you know, undergo some structural damage for sure, because it's impossible for me to do the side missions as well as dedicate my efforts in trying to protect the, you know, squad members and the civilians surrounding the district. Plus, if I go directly to do the district and I ignore the side missions, the game will be over extremely quickly, which is not what I want to do anyway. So okay, so we've done all the side missions as far as I can see, and now we're going to go to do the actual important mission depicted by the red flag. Let's just kill this little guy here. Oh, I missed. Okay. So, final big boss, or mini boss, has appeared. Hello, big guy. I'm gonna destroy your nape in a couple of minutes. And the person inside you, unfortunately. That's another thing. It's just gives, I suppose, gives credit to the actual anime's plot. So when people turn into Titans, well, I suppose that hasn't come out just yet, has it? I would say more about when people transform into Titans once we finish this little bit here. And I know at least, but also this is the big guy. Oh, belly flop, belly flop. Okay. So this is a unique feature for the game, with the exception of Eren when he did his rage attacks, and you could see his body, you know, getting flamed or luminescent once he did his big powerful attacks. You know, ordinary Titans never had sort of this fiery design on the bodies. This is something unique to the game, which I suppose is trying to differentiate your ordinary Titans by small, medium, and tall, and then obviously the mini bosses are depicted by big fat Titans, or at least big large Titans, and the bodies this fiery steam substance emanating from the bodies. Okay, so let's just try to kill this guy quickly. We've managed to destroy his left leg, and his body has undergone some damage. The blades are really blunt. I'm gonna have to change quickly. The gas on the blades are nearly gone, but I'll keep using them. The gas goes down really much faster than the blades, obviously because I guess that obviously you use the gas to zip around, and even though it doesn't use as much as when you boost, it does use some percentage, which obviously will make the blades last slightly longer than the gas. Okay, so we killed the first guy, and there's another boss there. There's 2 bosses. Another belly flop, missed epically, epic fail. Well, was that a massive belly flop, or was he punched with the face by Eren? No idea. Oh, it was a big jump. I can't see what Eren is anyway. Anyway, we killed him. To show where he is. There he is. Or he's not sure. Anyway, let's just kill this fucking boss. So far so good. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't get to use there's and I think he's had enough, hasn't he? Yeah, so it's up to us. Because this is the point where in the actual anime, if I remember correctly, when he fell to the ground totally exhausted, the Titans around him actually broke his two arms, or I think he broke one of the arms by constantly punching the Titans' faces. Did he lose his legs? I don't remember. Definitely I remember that he had no arms and he shouted and then he dropped on the floor, and then he obviously he turned back, but obviously in the game he has his arms. They're trying to make the game not as gory or as graphic as actual anime. And I mentioned this before, you know, there's certain scenes where people die, or where in fact when Eren got swatted by the other Titan, his arm just got chopped off by the teeth, and that wasn't even indicated in the game. Which is fine, I suppose. I suppose the producers want to make the game as accessible as can be, because obviously if they're making an R-rated game, they're going to lose a lot of revenue, because all you adults in essence will be able to purchase the game if the sellers obviously sell follow the legalities of the certificates, which you know, they have to you have to be, I suppose you have to err on the side of caution. Most people will be able to cope with scenes of violence and can differentiate or have the necessary emotional maturity level to differentiate a game or a movie to that of real life, but certain people cannot, and I suppose the certificates are there to protect everyone. Okay, so we managed to complete the first chapter of the Mysterious Titan. I'm not particularly concerned about trying to S-rank the missions. I don't know if I do. Gene can now be played. Okay, okay, so a couple of people can be used in the expedition mode, which I've just realized because I haven't even tried expedition mode. But I think you can link up with your friends, and I'm assuming you just fight against Titans. But obviously, if you're gonna play expedition mode, you might as well just complete the game, because I think it will unlock more playable characters, which makes sense to complete the story arc before going into expedition mode. I'm not too sure if I am gonna make any videos with expedition mode. I think after I complete the story arc, I will probably play another game. Okay, so I'm gonna, obviously as can be seen, I'm gonna talk to everyone as I usually do, and even though I haven't done so, with the exception of the second playthrough I made, which I went to the shops and I improved Eren's gear, I'm gonna do it this time. I usually don't like to do that because I think it's a bit boring for the viewers, but after playing for 4 times, I think I just need to double check exactly how my blades are doing and if I can upgrade them to better quality. So obviously the training blade was the first blade we received. We have that weird, I'm not gonna even pronounce it, Shuzrams Esu, I'm not gonna even try. So reinforced Scabab version 1. Do we have, we don't do, so I'm just gonna go for the version 1. So I'm assuming there's gonna be other versions. Yeah, so that's a big difference. And I suppose that the last blade and equipment are the best ones, but I'm not sure. They do get some negatives as well as positives, but I'm just gonna stick with the reinforced gear. We'll see what we do in future episodes once we get used to this gear. Okay, so that's done. We've spoken to everyone. Just gonna check here quickly. Acquisition. Do I want to sell anything? To be honest, I think I have enough regiment funds. Not to, because obviously if I wanted to upgrade one of my gear and I had the required materials but I didn't have enough cash, I would probably sell some to get the necessary cash. But because I haven't been upgrading regularly, I think I have more than enough gas, and obviously I had the necessary equipment. So okay, my friend Armin, so what do you have in store for us right now? So I was thinking of calling it, but the video. It's just gone the 20-minute mark. I'm trying to make videos half an hour or so. Because with walk, generally speaking, with walkthroughs, I don't think you can make videos less than 20 minutes, half an hour. When I do top 10s or when I, play Overwatch or other games which I can just cut straight into the, the exciting moments. You can get away with condensing videos into, let's say, 8 to 12 minutes or even shorter, which I think that's generally speaking the way to go. I think viewers like to watch really short videos. I think generally people don't have enough time to sit down behind a video and watch it for 20 minutes. I don't generally do that myself unless it's something really exciting, or maybe it's a really complicated game which I want to see the walkthrough, from start to finish. But when you're doing a Let's Play walkthrough, I don't think you can get away with doing less than 20 minutes half-hour videos, just because, as can be seen, the cinematic sequence and so. Okay. So as can be seen, we're using Eren in the form of a Titan, which is amazing. It would have been a massive letdown personally, I think, across the board if we wouldn't have been able to use Eren in his Titan form. So they're just giving me a little rundown of his techniques. So pretty much button mashing. So use X to do his attack. So there you go. Use X for more attacks. So okay, like any ordinary button mashing game, but like a beat 'em up, you use X to do consecutive attacks. You use Y to get them by the neck and crush them on the floor. We can also jump, we can also evade, and if we hold the analog button, we can jump. Okay, cool, pretty straightforward. Oh my, Jesus is destroying the town as if it was no one's business. By the way, and there you go. Oh, it's a shame that the steps. Okay, and that's one is big rage attacks. Okay. So I guess I just go to every single Titan and beat the living light out of them. Okay. Really simple. It's just they're not even posing any challenge really. Cadet spotted fighting Titans. Okay. So let's go to where the cadets are then and try to save them. How would so ironic. People that watch it will understand when Reina speaks why I say so ironic. That is even bothering to communicate. It's just funny. Yeah, that's cool. Jumped on the rooftops. Okay, whoa. Bit. The controls for Eren in Titan form are a bit, I would say, chunky and not very responsive. I don't think they gave the Titan form much. I mean, it comes across as if they didn't really give it much thought. I think it's just a nice feature they decided to add because, come on, how cool is it to use Eren in the Titan body? It goes without saying if they would have excluded this little mini game, or little different from the actual mainstream game, everyone would have complained for sure. But it does, I have to be honest, it does feel as if it was I wouldn't say an afterthought, but not the designer's priority. I mean, this is cool. You get the Titan by the neck and you get destroyed. What comes across is that there's really no challenge whatsoever. Finest education target appeared. Maybe the boss will give us some challenge, but definitely the medium and small Titans, which is what we've been facing so far, is literally you step up next to them, you press the button, and you just plow through them. They haven't even look at my energy. They haven't even scraped me. I mean, I haven't even used my rage attack at all. Look, I mean, I'm just walking around him, and it's just. So what's this? Okay. So the same as when I use the squad members in the human forms, you can lock onto your target so that you always, the camera just follows you, which is obviously a very big advantage. Especially, I suppose that they've used, okay, I think they're probably the little help you tips about locking onto your character have popped up because we're facing obviously the mini boss. Which did I just destroy with a couple of X's punches? Well, pressing X punches. think I did. Well, it's a bit disappointing to be honest. Yeah, and I did. No, wow, that was in fact that was disappointing. That I destroyed the boss as simply and as quickly as any ordinary Titan. It would have been amazing if we could have just imagined two colossal Titans mashing each other. That would have been pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean it's cool that I got to play a Titan, but I have to say it almost feels as if it was an afterthought. It's a bit disappointing. Okay, so Eren the Titan has had enough, and I think he's pushed his body to his limits. And in this part, as I mentioned before, in the anime, he had definitely no arms. I'm not too sure if he was missing his legs, or at least one of his legs or his foot, but definitely his arms were missing. Because in fact, one of the Titans he killed, he didn't have any arms, and he was just using his teeth and his mouth to just rip into them. And there you have it. So when humans that have the ability to transform into Titans, they take control of the Titans by remaining on the back of the neck, which is obviously called the nape, and that is why squad members usually target the nape to kill the target. Although I suspect, I mean, this is just a guess. I don't remember if in the anime the humans knew that there was humans inside the Titans in the nape. I think that coincidentally, once upon a time, someone cut the nape and the Titan just fell and died. And I think that obviously has been passed down through oral tradition, and it's it's the way to kill Titans. But obviously, with this revelation, it is indicating that in fact you kill the Titan because you kill the human inside the Titan, which is obviously controlling the Titan. Which, again, I have no idea why there's Titans or humans that can control into Titans. I have no idea why some of the Titans can retain consciousness and control to a certain extent Eren now, and I don't know why there's abnormal Titans just running around like if they were automatons or just feral creatures without any self-conscious. But anyway, we'll soon find out as the anime develops. So yeah, this was a very heartwarming moment. Obviously Mikasa was, stricken by depression as well as Armin. I mean, there you go. He's saying about how can this be? Your hand was chopped off and all of a sudden it's grown back. So everyone is mystified, everyone is confused, everyone is shocked because they have no idea why Eren can transform into Titan, why Eren can regenerate, and why Eren has lived so many years within the human population, and all of a sudden now he decides to transform into a Titan. Obviously, until this point in time, Eren was not aware that he could transform into Titan. So, but yeah. So I think I'll call it. I think we'll make a cool video. We've played an episode with Mikasa and we've played an episode with Titan Eren. So I think it's approximating the half an hour mark. So yep, that will be me done for today. So as always, Addicted fans, thanks for following, thanks for subscribing, and till next time, goodbye.